Hi, this is Eliza from the Puyallup Post, and for today's video, I really wanted to start a conversation about mental health. To start this, I wanted to interview different groups at Pierce just to see how their mental health has changed throughout the last year. So I interviewed the women's basketball team, and I asked them a series of questions. Where was your mental health at the beginning of the pandemic?
I was all over the place, especially where I come from. It's not very normal to talk about mental health. I mean, kids like me, we grow up and our parents are hardcore and everything is, like suck it up and get over it and you'll be fine. So I never really paid attention to mental health until I realized that I started to get to the point where I was like, I need to control what I'm feeling and how I'm thinking and be a better person, because I was doing work, school, and being an athlete, and those all require me to be different types of people in different settings. Basically, I started journaling, I have to say, because the beginning stages, it was rough, trying to figure out a schedule for myself and trying to figure out what was best for me as a person, and not just as an athlete or just a student or a worker, but as a person. Because if I can't be myself, I can't go and be a worker or a student or an athlete if I can't take care of myself first.
When it first happened, it was the ending of our season. It was kind of just a weird time that it hit, because everyone was super happy, and it was just it was about to be summertime and it was spring, and our team was finally bonding together towards the end. And so then when we all got told we had to go home, everyone just was kind of just really upset, and we thought we were only going to be gone for 2 weeks, but that wasn't really what happened, Before it had just happened, I was super happy in life. I was thriving, it was freshman year of college, so it was just super fun. I think I was at a pretty good spot, just trying to get everything organized. I'm a real priority, planned out person. So, just seeing what's my top priority coming into the season or school, everything.
I'd say it was really good. It was getting sunny, and that was the time of the year that everybody is outside doing a whole bunch. So I was really happy for the beginning of the pandemic. I guess I was really happy.
How has your mental health changed throughout the last year?
I'm more of a happier person, especially being away from home. I didn't expect myself to be this happy away from home. This is a different setting for me. This is new people. I don't have family here. It's much more happier than I imagined it. Life is good. God is great, so I'm good.
I have a little baby brother, and I have 2 younger siblings at my parents' house. So my parents were super strict about leaving the house and stuff. So I was home for a total of 100 days. I didn't leave my house when the corona first happened, and obviously I was not well. I was not well at all. But then when I had moved out and came back here and started living with my two best friends, and my teammates are on my team now, my mental definitely went back up. Was super happy to be back at school finally, and be able to be in the gym again, and even though we weren't back physically in school, to be with my other teammates doing school, it was just it kind of made it seem like it wasn't all just not how it used to be. I think I still have the organizing priority list still instilled in me, but I don't use it as much now. Just COVID was a real setback, especially impacting on sports. It's a real setback. No fans, the support kind of diminishes a little bit. Financial wise, it's kind of the same thing. It's I was out of work. I ended up getting COVID, so I got out of work and, got bills to pay. So it was a little tough, but I just had to have the support group to keep my head strong,
It was still pretty good all the way up until September came around, but it's typical for me to have a little bit of seasonal depression. So I wouldn't say 100% of it was because of COVID, but I'd say it was increased a little bit. I was definitely a little bit more down as it started to get gloomier outside and the weather started to change. Overall, I'd say I'm still happy, but it's just a lot's changed since that. So it's a different type of happiness. I'd say before I had more of a freshman year of college mindset, and now it's kind of that was what was making me happy. And now being happy is being more successful and doing bigger things in life. So it's a different level.
What's been your biggest struggle?
I'd say my biggest struggle is struggling with the fact that nothing's normal anymore. Nothing's how it used to be, and having to adapt to wearing masks all the time, or not being able to have fans at the games, or not even being able to come to school. To just tell yourself to it's gonna be okay. Keep being independent, keep working on what's gonna make you better, because the world's not stopping. We're gonna have to keep going no matter what. I have to say my biggest struggle would just be it not being normal. The atmosphere is a little different. Everyone acts different around you, you know, because, you know, we do have to be 6 feet and, you know, all stuff like that. Also, just sports-wise, sports is a big part of my life. Not being able to watch other people's games or go to other people's games, and even high school, like my siblings and stuff, kind of hard. That and financial wise, like they started to cut hours because can't have too many employees in at the same time, stuff like that. So that was a hard moment. But yeah.
How do you take time to take care of your mental health?
At first it was tough because trying to find a routine that like fits me was hard. But having a set schedule with life, work, and school, I would. But I write on my calendar. So having a set schedule and a routine really like helped me find like areas and help remind myself where like, okay, in this time zone you're just this person, this time zone you're this person, and give yourself this much space to, you know, feed your own happiness. And like even if it's an hour, that makes a big difference. Like that hour can really make an impact on how I feel for the rest of the day.
For me personally, with like my schedule in the morning is I like to wake up like earlier than like before I need to actually start getting ready, and I go through what I need to get done for the day. Or like if I just need time to myself, literally just sit in my room and just like chill and like be in my own thoughts. Or like I'll go sit on the balcony and just like people watch so I can just collect my own thoughts and everything, just because the world's moving so fast. I like to just be able to sit down and like calm down, especially because since I also do have roommates, my house is just always so like loud and stuff. And so in the mornings when everyone's still just like to themselves, I try to like take time to like just be by myself, just reflect on what I'm about to do for the day or how the week's gonna go.
I'm a people person, so usually like me just hanging out with my friends is a good battery recharge for me. I'm lucky because I live in the dorms with all my teammates, so they're around me all the time. So yeah, definitely like recharging with people who make me happy.
If you could tell your past self from a year ago one thing, what would that be?
I would have to say, kind of cheesy, but you know, I would just be like, you're gonna make it, so keep pushing, you know, because sometimes I think we lose sight and we don't see what's ahead of us, and we just think like, oh, it's the end of the world, that one thing's happening, but we, you know, got to keep pushing.
That you're gonna make it through all the problems that you go through, and that it's okay to feel emotions and not to shut it off, but also be mindful in who you're affecting with your emotions being down. I feel like I definitely was like not handling things as I would as my normal self because like my emotions got in the way for a lot of stuff. So definitely realizing that my actions impact other people, instead of just having like the mindset of, I don't care, oh well, like it affects other people later down the line. So just kind of being mindful with, hey, it's okay to feel the emotions, but don't react too crazy about it.
Thank you for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe for future videos. If you or anyone you know is struggling with their mental health, there will be information in the next clip that you can use. Okay, have a great day and don't forget to smile.